whisky friends, and welcome once again to Mark's Whisky Basement for a short rambling this time, immediately after the BenRiach solstice that we recently tried. I now have another BenRiach, and this is quite a unique one, because it's bottled for Belgium. Now, a friend of mine, Bert Bruyneel, we call him Crazy Bert, he's a bit of a genius actually. He has his own label called Asta Morris, and Asta Morris bottles whiskey. He's had several whiskies, but those that are very famous by now are the BenRiach bottlings, the single cask bottlings from the 70s. He's had bottlings from 1975, 77, 78 and 79, and all of those were very fruity, almost exotic, and they got rave reviews all over the world. So whenever Bert Bruyneel bottles a BenRiach, it's something to look out for. He's from Belgium, from the West Flanders, as we call it, and there's a bit of an inside joke to his name, to the name of his company, Asta Morris, because basically, when you say it in Flemish, Asta Morris, that's how it sounds, Asta Morris, basically that means, well, if that's all. So that's a bit of an in-joke, but if that's all is a bit of an understatement in these single cask bottlings from BenRiach. Now, Bert is also an ex-malt maniac, which means he knows his way around, and he is also one of the biggest collectors, or at least he used to be, of BenRiach bottlings. He used to have one of the most complete BenRiach collections in the world. So we know that he has a very soft spot for BenRiach, which is why he goes out to Scotland every now and then to go out there in the warehouse, do his thing, and then select these amazing casks. This one is a 29-year-old BenRiach. It was distilled in 1983 and bottled in June 2012. So this is a very recent bottling. There's only 258 bottles of this available, and they are bottled at a strength of 44.1% ABV. There you go. Now, a light golden colour. It's a refill hogshead. Bert knows his stuff. Crazy Bert. And immediately, I knew I was in for a party, but immediately it reveals itself on the nose as indeed extremely fruity, candied, caramelized, pear in there, some apple, even some gooseberries and strawberries, so it's very, very sweet, very fruity, honey sweet. Even some mandarin in there as well, and a lot of honey, and it's spiced with vanilla, of course, but also cinnamon and maybe even a pinch of saffron. Oh, this is very good. Party time. On the palate then. It's like the sun shining on your... Oh, okay. It's very creamy. Again, honey sweet, very fruity. It's alive, you know. It's dancing on the tongue. It's dancing in your mouth. Again, there is a strawberry and the pear, a bit of apples, some melon, even some pineapple on the grill. You should try that. Get a slice of pineapple and put it on your barbecue. It's amazing. And I even get some of that in this beautiful 29-year-old BenRiach. Some blood oranges maybe. Some barley sugar. The way it coats the mouth is absolutely brilliant. There was not a lot of oak on the nose, but now on the palate the oak is a bit louder, and it's accompanied by licorice. But the balance is amazing. The balance between the wood and the fruitiness is just... This is a very, very good whiskey. The finish. It's warm. It's long. It remains fruity. And the oak, the balance remains throughout the very end of this whiskey. This is an absolutely stunning summer dram. If I were a scoring man, and I am a bit, although I know that, excuse me, although I know that scoring is a bit controversial, I believe scores are well, they are very individual, of course, as our taste. So my scores are to be taken lightly with a pinch of salt, because we each have our own set of references, whiskey-wise as well. So it doesn't really mean a lot, but in my book, this whiskey is more than 90 points, which means that it is an absolutely stunning dram. And it is. Bert Bruyneel has selected once more an excellent cask, which proves his genius. I mean, and I'm not just saying that because I know the guy and because he's a fun guy to be with and because he even taught me quite a few things about whiskey. It just is. He's genius. The way he spends a lot of time in the warehouses. So, did you notice that I was going to pour another one? Yes, I am. This is just brilliant. But he spends a lot of time in the warehouses. So I'm very much looking forward to some more bottlings from the 80s. Hopefully he will find some more single casks to bottle under his Asta Morris label. But this kind of whiskey brings the sun on my face and tells me, yes, summer is here. So until the next whiskey rambling, may the malt be with you.